I want to talk to you right now about how to become a top performing salesperson. Now, I've talked about this before, but it's a question I get a lot. So I want to share with you right now 12 things that you need to be focused in on, 12 things that you need to dial in on if you want to become a top performing salesperson. At the end, I'm going to share with you an opportunity that I want you to participate in. I want you to take advantage of. Number one, develop deep product knowledge. I'll tell you what, you need to understand your product better than anybody else. Now, this doesn't mean you need to know everything, but you need to understand your product as well as your subject matter experts do. Why? Because they're not always going to be available for you. Deep product knowledge also helps you in understanding how this is going to help your customers. Now, it's not that you're becoming feature focused. No, you're not. But you're so feature knowledgeable that you can be benefit focused. Number two, you want to refine your prospecting skills. No top performer I run into does not have exceptional prospecting skills. They're continuously looking, continuously working. I do this all the time. I'm known as a top prospector, but I'm continuously looking to find new ways. What are new approaches, new avenues? I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater because I'm staying focused on the basics. But I'm always refining because it may be a different question I need to ask. It may be a little slightly different twist on my ICP. But I'm zeroed in on always improving. Number three, I'm mastering the art of listening and understanding needs. You see, I'm comfortable going in on a sales call and letting the customer be in control. Whoa, that's shocking. Yeah, but here's the thing. Top performing salespeople are comfortable with that because they want to just really listen. And when I listen, then I can begin to understand their needs because it all is question-centered. Number four, I'm refining my sales process and my strategy. See, this really picks up on number two in terms of your prospecting skills, but I'm refining my sales process. For instance, in my own business, I have found that there's a series of what I call one-sheets and talking points that I can put together that I can use based on when I'm dealing with somebody in my ICP with this type of outcome. And it is allowing me to be more efficient and more effective. It's allowing me to speed up the sales process because I'm literally able to satisfy the customer that much faster. Because that's the other piece. Refining your sales process means that you also treat your prospect just like your customer. If there's information I send to customers, I send it to my prospects. Number five, become a master at handling objections. Don't get turned off by objections. I love objections because objections means that the customer's hearing. Now, we've all heard that before, but I want to be able to take objections to be able to understand. Now, there may be an objection that blocks me from closing this deal, but it's going to help me close another deal. Terrific. Fine. I always want to be a student of mastering objections. Every time I hear an objection, I write it down. I write it down in my CRM system for that particular customer. And I also write it down in kind of a note section I have. Why? Because I want to learn, is this coming up again? How do I respond with this? Number six, I'm strengthening my closing techniques. Closing for top performers is very easy. The heartbeat never increases. For low performers, I see this all the time. When it gets ready to close, they start getting nervous. They start getting, and the top performer, they're a master. They just close because they know they've done all the work ahead of time. So the closing becomes natural. Number seven, they build and nurture relationships. The key word is nurture. See, it isn't that they build and use relationships, but they nurture them. I'm continuously trying to find who are smart people I need to associate with, who are connected people, who are people in my circle I should be part of. And I look to reach out to them continuously and build those relationships. Number eight, I invest in my personal and professional development. Yes, I don't expect my company to do everything for me. I'm willing to invest. I buy books on my own. I listen to podcasts on my own. I'm continuously trying to find, how do I go to the next level? Number nine, I've got a positive, resilient mindset. There are peaks and valleys in every sales business right now. If I were to be honest with you, my business right now, I'm in a little bit of a valley, but I'm incredibly resilient because I know the valley's not going to last for very long, and I got a resilient mindset. I look at my pipeline, I look at opportunities, I go, I got so much to be thankful for. It's more of a valley just of how I'm looking at it. So hold it, stop. Don't look at it. Don't look at that. Rather, look at your attributes. Look at what's happening right. Look at the successes. Lift yourself out of your valley. Number 10, use data to your advantage. I always say, you got to use data. What's the industry data I need to know? What's the customer data I need to know? What's the data about my own business I need to know? This is why I say your CRM system is so important. Top performers, yes, use their CRM system. Think about that. What data does your CRM system tell you in terms of your closing ratio, your prospecting ratio, how many calls it takes to close a deal? Number 11, which builds on this, manage your time efficiently, because the most important asset you have is your time. And you have to protect your time. This is why this is number 11 here. Because again, everything you're doing up to this point in time is helping you use your time more efficiently. And number 12, you want to celebrate your wins and learn from your losses. I always, at the end of the week, I always take a step back and look at my week. What went right? What didn't go right? Celebrate wins. At the end of every day, I celebrate my wins regardless of what they are. What I've done is I've gone through and I've shared with you 12 things that you need to focus in on. But here's something I want you to take advantage of. I want you to join me and other top performers in what I call Sales Logic Mastermind. This is a mastermind group I have with my peer, Meredith Elliott Powell. As you know, we have a podcast, Sales Logic Podcast. And out of that has sprung a mastermind group. And I want you to join it. We're going to put a link in here for you, but I want you to check it out because it's where top performers and those who are aspiring to be top performers love to come, because we have a community. We have so many tools, so many assets, but it's a community of people helping each other. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.